Get those bones away from me! Creating bone traps like that's fair. I can't even see where you're going, lass. Welcome back to Under the Mountain Podcast. I'm your host, Frank.
And I'm Lauren.
And today we'll be covering chapters 35 and 36 of A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas.
Oh, we're in it now.
We are so in it.
I actually feel kind of uncomfortable sitting here with you right now because...
Well, I don't know who's talking because I'm blind and you smell great.
Today, we have on deck here, live... the Wyrm.
Midgardian Wyrm here.
Yeah, is it Midgardian or just Middengard?
Oh, that's it.
Middengard Wyrm. The Middengard Wyrms here. And Feyre, Maze Labyrinth Trial number 1. Feyre is in the house.
Yep.
Having to sit down with her arch nemesis. But like, if you think about it, maybe the Wyrm is just as much of a victim.
Absolutely.
Right?
First off, I don't know anything about this Wyrm. They give no backstory.
We're never going to hear about it.
Is this an important Wyrm?
I don't know. All right. So how did you feel about your first chapter 35 and 36 and your first trial? How did you feel about the Wyrm?
35. I like 35.
Yeah.
You know, we get Rasan back. He's being. I know he's going to be more important. So like, it's good to like start reintroducing his sassy nonchalance.
Of course, hands in the pocket all the time.
You know, we're torturing Lucien for some reason and no one else. That
And I would pick him. I would pick him too.
Maybe these are the sorts of things people are remembering back to when they're like, "Oh, I kind of thought Lucien was the love interest of this book."
Why would this make you think?
Because there's 6,000 pages in the future, not remembering anything. Because Feyre is like giving up your name to the fairy queen is a bad idea.
In that sense.
I love how it's like we're leaning on these fairy concepts.
Yeah.
But I don't think they matter that much.
Well, I'm like, we're like giving your name's really bad because like she could look me up. It's like just the way that giving your name to anyone in the whole entire world is bad. Just the same way giving your name to other humans is bad.
Yep.
There's nothing unique about the fairy having your name.
No.
As far as I can tell.
As far as I can tell. 36, I gotta say, this action sequence was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
The Wyrm scene was good. Every annoying thought that Feyre has when she actually has something to do feels good. So give your characters more to do.
Well, that's what I was like, the trial, Feyre does come across pretty likable, competent, interesting. Yeah. But I'm like, I just think we could have done more we could have just done a lot more to set her up with this skill set.
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, I'm glad that we did it now, I guess. It's
better
weird.
late than never.
It's a random trial. The Wyrm's kind of weird.
Listen, I want to talk a lot about that when we get to it, because, why?
All right, so we're just going to get in, because this is going to be very long. All right, so chapter 35. We left off, Feyre she went under the mountain, met Amarantha, got rocked by the ACOTAR. So now she's waking up in her cell.
Beat up.
And she's like, oh my god, my face hurts. Everything hurts. She's really messed up. Her face is all swollen and bloody. And she's like, oh my god, my nose is broken. I did feel bad for her here.
Sure.
I still think we absolutely would have done something more interesting in terms of how she got fucked up. But
yes.
Fine. Now that she is fucked up, I feel bad. You know, classic Feyre. She's like, I'm not going to panic. I'm using my shirt for bandages. I'm figuring this out. And she's like, oh my god, Claire probably went through that. I deserve all this pain. Yeah. I mean, no, but sort of. Then, oh my god, Feyre, Lucien's here.
Our boy. Fox boy.
Here he comes.
Love you.
He's like, why the fuck did you come here? Like, that was crazy of you. Why would you have ever done that? And she's like, you know what? Well, Alice told me everything and I knew I needed to come save everyone. He's like, yeah, well, we sacrificed literally everything just to save you. And now that you're here, that means we sacrificed everything for no reason. There was literally no benefit.
She's like, all right, well, I'm fucking here. So enough. And I agree.
No, I kind of agree.
Enough. Alice, shut the fuck up. Lucien, shut the fuck up. First off, Feyre was their last ditch plan that sucked. It sucked the whole time. It was a bad plan.
What did you want them to do?
I'm not saying there's a better plan, but I'm saying it sucked. No one could tell Feyre what the fuck was going on. There's no reasonable amount of deductive reasoning that she should have been able to figure out what was going on. And her not saying I love you is not really on her.
No, I agree. But wait, he's not yelling at her for that.
And sending her home.
No, sending her home is stupid, but we've already agreed, like, it literally from a meta plot standpoint doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. They sent Feyre home instead of, I guess, trying to force the love out of her.
In the last couple of days, yeah.
Okay. That's not a sacrifice. It was a pipe dream anyway. And Tamlin just said, you know what? Instead of fucking this human over too, let her go. We lost.
Yeah.
That's not a sacrifice.
I don't know. I find everyone's point of view kind of confusing.
And I feel like once again, and we'll get into it with when they talk about the Jury and Clithia thing, everyone's got opinions, and I don't feel like I agree with them.
Once we get there, that's a whole new thing. I don't know why.
But Alice is on her ass, Lucien's on her ass, and Feyre's just like...
But don't you think that Alice especially, don't you feel like it is sort of intended for her to be being kind of unreasonable out of just pure frustration and anger? Like, I don't get the sense I'm supposed to I don't know. Am I supposed to agree with Alice? I don't necessarily think that.
I kind of do, because Feyre just kind of swallows it and goes like, she's kind of right. And it's like, I don't agree.
No, I don't agree either. I guess keeping Feyre a little longer
might have helped. And I'm not even sure what the structure of this whole thing with Amarantha even was. Like, what did they need to do? Say I love you?
She needs to say, I love you and I want to marry you.
And I want to marry you? That's important?
I don't know why, but yes. I don't know why marriage is even in the mix here.
Because of course it is. The rings and everything. Yeah, all right.
So she says, Alice told me everything. I had to tell him I love him to see if it wasn't too late. And then Lucien says, so you know everything then? Well, at least we don't have to lie to you anymore. I don't know. Are these the thoughts of people in this situation?
I don't think so.
I think my nose is broken, but nothing else.
I thought it.
Yeah.
Just us. She spends a lot of time thinking about her wounds and her injuries. No, I just think there was something interesting there, because for all of Feyre's externalized tough girl talk,
I thought the same thing.
She was surprisingly, like, shocked by how much it, like, rocked her.
Yeah.
And I mean, the ACOTAR's pounding on your face, which, as stupid as that is, I guess it was happening.
Well, it would hurt.
It would hurt. The fact that like, her orbital bone wasn't broke. Like, nothing. She just had a broken nose.
Right.
And she was so focused on the broken nose.
Which I think is very... a visual
I think it's vain.
Concern.
Yes, I do. I really think she didn't want to have a broken nose.
Yeah.
She got Lucien to fix it with magic. Which...
Well, why wouldn't you if he could?
Sure. In this scenario, maybe not the most valuable use of his magic. I don't know.
I don't really know.
Maybe, like, manifesting some protein would be better. I don't know. I don't know what Lucien can do.
I don't know what we can do and what we can't.
Yeah, so her focusing immediately on what visually is going to be wrong with her and trying to fix it. And also, as always, sizing up magic. She's always oh, I didn't think you could do that. How come you can do that now? Like, how can you do so much? I guess because... And she's always, like, trying to, like, power scale everybody, like, immediately, which I think is interesting. I don't know if it's Sarah thinking, like, we really want to know.
I think she thinks we want it.
Or is it a Feyre thing?
Lucien's like, okay, I've got to be fast because the guards are drunk, but the replacements are coming soon. And he's like, I've got to set your nose before I can heal it with the magic. And dare I make this controversial statement that I think this is... In our future dark romance, dark erotica, really, I think it's leaning towards dark erotica, sort of. I think this is part of that bundle.
Okay, tell me.
Just the idea that hot Lucien coming in, there is something to that, like, he's not the main love interest, but he's still the hot guy that, like, the main girl isn't, like, actively going for, but they just have to have all this, like, incidental touching and tension and care and attention. And I think it could just be me, brain rot me, dark erotica liking me thinking this, but I do feel like there's supposed to be some eroticism in hot Lucien showing up and, like, wrenching your nose into place.
I would agree.
That's what I think. And I think it plays into how we play with Rhysand coming up, probably in the next episode, where it's kind of similar. He's doing a lot of physical, painful things. I
have to hurt
her.
You to help you.
I have to hurt. Yes, exactly. I have to hurt you to help you. And I do 100% see and get the appeal of this. I like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something about the way it's utilized, not this, more the Rysand stuff, that kind of puts me off, even though I like it, and I liked it when I read it. But yeah, I would argue...
That was the intention of this.
Partially.
And it's interesting because I do think Lucien as a character is almost a prelude to Rysand as a character.
He is. They have a lot in common in terms of the way they're sassy.
They're just sassy, snarky, put-downy,
Listen.
you know, beautiful but violent, but, you know, like...
Tamlin and Lucien were like an idea. And Sarah said it. She said it in Call Her Daddy. I was literally just like rereading the part where she was talking about how she like made Tamlin, and she was like, I didn't plan ahead. He just, whatever. I would like to read the quote and actually dive in, but we don't have time. But she was saying how like he was the love interest, and she was like, this guy's hot. Ooh, he's a beast. He stole her. That's hot. It wasn't a red flag. She thought it was hot. And I feel like Lucien sort of was pre-Rysand in a way.
Yeah.
And then when Rysand showed up and she like infused, she was like, oh, good. You know what? I'm going to make him this way. I think some part of her subconsciously like knew it was a little redundant. And then that's where we start to see Lucien like get...
His color drained?
Yes, he's like getting... All the energy is getting sucked out of him. And it's funny because I do think that connection point is there. I do think Lucien's like a slightly different variation on the hotness theme that we play with.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it is not surprising to me that the way we eroticize dark elements with Rysand, Lucien gets his own little moment here that has something in common. Yeah. He's not doing it for a bad reason, obviously. And Rysand, we'll see, debatable. So whatever, she passes out, she wakes up, her face feels better, and he's like, okay, I like mostly healed it, but I had to still keep the black eyes because we can't have them know I'm helping you and whatever.
Yep.
And he says, fixed, as pert and pretty as before. Cute, like it fits his character. Yeah, kind of plays into it. I was saying that there is an element of this that's supposed to be like, oh, swoon. And she's like, why do you have magic again? And he's like, Amarantha gave me back some of my magic to try and entice Tamlin to accept her offer, which I suppose is, I don't know, I'm like, well, is the offer just to sleep with her? Is the offer to like be
It doesn't make any sense.
Connected to her? I'm not really sure what the offer is. I guess it's...
Tamlin's clearly too principled to give a fuck about a little bit of magic.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
In his friend. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
But like, if he sleeps with her, everyone's free?
I think it's marriage. I think it's like the whole, he has to like commit to her. I don't think it's just
to
one
being
fuck.
her evil husband.
Uh-huh.
But then everyone goes.
Maybe. No, I don't know. She's just gonna rule over Prince. She's not letting anyone go.
Well, I don't know. What's the agreement?
We don't know.
We haven't said?
No.
I don't know. There's such a weirdness, though, if that is what it is, to putting him in that position. Is there not?
Well, yeah.
Because then we're literally being, like, on some level. Like, there is this suggestion of, like, especially when you put it up against Rysand, it's like, so Tamlin's the bad guy for not self-sacrificially
selling his body.
Allowing for, like
perma-rape,
like, I don't know.
Rysand did it.
And I get that it's not even a bad... It's kind of like an interesting character element on both sides. I'm not feeling too strong either way. It's not
a bad thing to do for yourself and your people.
No.
It's also not a bad thing to not do.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
that's all I'm saying.
It feels like, oh wow, what a shitty situation. Depends on what kind of person and how much that
and how much you can do that. Like how much can you handle that? Like I'm not. It's hard for me, and the way they get juxtaposed to go like, oh
one
wow,
was morally good and one was
morally
Rysand
bad. Was so morally good for allowing that to happen, and like Tamlin's such a piece of shit. I don't know. It just sort of makes me feel weird. I'm not saying, like, I mean, consider it, I guess, but also, and it's kind of weird to, like, villainize him for it.
Yeah,
it's like
no,
all
I agree.
I'm saying. So Lucien says, I knew some good would come of being down here. And she's like, so you're trapped under the mountain too? Like, yeah, it would appear everyone is, right?
And the answer is yes. Everyone's down here.
Yeah. She summoned all the high lords to her. Even those who swore obedience are now forbidden to leave until your trials are over. Whatever, the trials are big and important to Amarantha. She says, the ring, is it actually Jurian's eye?
The Jurian's bomb! Y'all gather around. This is Lucien. This is the whole speech, yeah. He had a big bone and an eye spin around. Gazed in wild wonder. That's an actual lyric. At Clythia you'd found the ring of the bone. The ring of the bone. Ring of the bone.
Whoa.
My soul is bound.
My consciousness. Yeah, so anyway, I think it is.
Yeah. So anyway.
Oh, here's the funny part.
Yeah.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think learning anything about Jurian and Clythia matters in terms of how this proceeds, right? Like, it's plot that, like, long-term kind of is relevant. But, like, for the trials and for all of this, gathering information about Jurian and Clythia isn't, like, a key to anything.
Which, can I just say as a reader, fucking sucks.
Yeah, and I don't think, right? Like, I don't... Tell me, I don't think so. Either way, actually, whether it is or it's not. And he just said, like, I've got to fix your nose and, like, the guards are changing. I got to get the fuck out of here. And she's like, I need more Jurian lore. Do you actually, though?
Can you give me more deets on Jurian?
That would make sense if Amarantha seemed to be gaining some sort of extreme power boost via Jurian.
Yeah.
But he's not doing anything for her. He's just sitting there. It doesn't. What do you care?
I don't know. She thinks it's key to this whole thing, and I guess it's going to be in the dumbest way possible.
No, I don't think it is. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's key to anything.
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
I think we got it. Like, it's motivation for Amarantha, but it's not key to any discovery. She says, is it actually Jurian's eye? Or Lucien says, indeed, so you really know everything. Why does he care that she knows about Jurian? Like, who gives a fuck?
And there's nothing else to know. It's just like what everything Alice could get out of her fat mouth before she ran out the door.
And like, Alice didn't say what happened after Jurian and Amarantha faced each other. Why is he not like, dude, it doesn't matter. I gotta go. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Is there a reason you need to know that? No, he tells her a whole fucking story. They wrecked an entire battlefield using their soldiers as shields. Why does he need to include? He should be in a hurry.
Yeah.
Why are we including that? So long-winded, and there's so many details that we should not...
Jurian had been gifted some protection against her, but once they entered into single... Shut the fuck up! Don't you need to leave?
You do need to leave now.
How about asking about Tamlin earlier, if you got all this time?
Yeah. Asking about the battle between Jurian and Clythia, like I said, when Jurian is not doing anything here, is bizarre rather than asking... Hey, what the fuck is up with Tamlin? You think we could get him out of there? How can we get him away from Amarantha? Did she take all his powers? Do you think he still has his memories? How is that not more important?
I don't know.
So it is interesting. I am like, okay, I did think the aspect of her going under there to rescue Tamlin and romantic and all this stuff, but there is a feeling of like does Feyre even care about Tamlin's situation?
You would think, based on everything leading up to this, but... Doesn't seem
How
important
is
right now.
this more important than asking about Tamlin?
And this never really seems to matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's very strange. It's like we have to tell the story to the readers, and this is the only way I can think to do it, but...
I can think of like 50 different ways while she's down there that she could hear this story.
Maybe a million.
I can think of a
Amarantha
bunch.
could just...
Amarantha could announce...
monologue.
I don't know. Right, because and like showing her feelings, like melting into it to kind of get more like characterization going with her.
Yeah.
I think in the future, when her hanging out with Rhysand in the next couple of chapters, I think there were opportunities for him to kind of more casually tell her stuff like this.
Yeah.
I think that... I just think there's a lot of time of Feyre sitting around under the mountain that somebody else even...
We're going to be here for 3 months,
Yeah, like,
apparently.
there's just a lot of opportunity. This seems like a weird time. So, like, basically he's like, yeah, you know what, actually, exactly what you said in your head about it being the ring the bone and his consciousness being trapped.
Facts.
That's exactly what it is. Yes, you got it perfect. Why does Lucien say a fitting punishment...
It's fitting.
For what he did. And does Feyre, like, agree?
Well, yeah. So it's like, fitting punishment for what... And then, like, Lucian's like... I'm glad she didn't do the same to me. She seems to, like, ripping eyeballs out.
She does.
Yeah, you got a question now, like, because Alice implied this. Lucien's implying this.
Implying what?
That it's like fitting because he did such a terrible thing to Clythia.
He did. Don't get me wrong. That's like intense, but there's a sense of like, and I get it from Amarantha thinks what her and Clythia were doing was right? So they believe in that. And so from their point of view, horrific, right?
Well, they're human racists.
That's what I'm saying. So like,
and they think that humans are pigs.
Yes.
So slaughtering them and enslaving them is good to them.
Right. So I think it's a weird opinion though for Lucien. Slightly less so, but Feyre thinks is like, yeah.
Well, so I'm like, is the narrative of Jurian not one of a previous slave fighting for his own freedom against powerful Fae? So he ensnared one of them back and then tortured and killed it. And you have to go...
No, don't get me wrong. Cold.
Cold?
And no, there is, within the reasonability of what he did, there's a heartbreak, even though she's evil, just because the, like, I don't know, thinking you're in love with somebody is just sad no matter what. But there's also, of course, a side to it of, like, right, but they were, like, genociding.
We're not paying enough homage to the concept of slavery, which we shouldn't even fucking touch with a 30-foot pole in this book. Because she doesn't give a fuck. Oh, they were slaves.
No, we just use it as, like, shortcut for bad.
Yeah, I know.
Shortcut for, like, horrible.
But without using her fucking noggin for a second to be like, oh, how does that impact everything about the emotional morality of the whole narrative?
You could even though have Lucien say that to introduce a like weird grayness to him, and then have Feyre go like,
interesting.
I gotta rely on this guy right now, but like I'm putting that in the back of my brain that you have that opinion.
When he says she should already be like, yeah, he doesn't really care for humans that much.
Right.
That tracks.
But also, that's like, kind of extreme
it's
still.
Extreme.
I would have loved, actually, kind of if we played with that more, the juxtaposition of him holding that opinion and going so hard to save her because of his attachment and the weirdness of that would have been interesting. I don't think we're supposed to really be that focused on it.
No.
And like I said, Feyre just kind of goes along with it mentally. Like, she's like, yeah, what Jurian did was really bad. I'm like, I don't think you should think that. Feyre thinks, I shuddered about Amarantha, a huntress she was. Little more than an immortal, cruel huntress collecting trophies. The rage and despair and horror Jurian must endure every day for eternity. Deserved, perhaps, but worse than anything I could imagine. What do you mean deserved perhaps? From your point of view?
Worse than anything I can imagine. Deserved, perhaps. But literally the definition of hell. Deserved, maybe. But there is no greater torture.
Listen, you think from...
The word perhaps should not go next to deserved when attached to the rider of worst torture imaginable.
But like...
Perhaps doesn't belong there.
It is, of course, complex in terms of everything, bad, good, whatever. But like, you as a human... hearing about what Amarantha is doing.
Claire Bador's still staked to the fucking ceiling, rotting. She had nothing to do with anything. And so
Jurian was against her, that lady. And you're saying maybe he deserved eternal torture for trying to take her and her sister out.
One of her number one allies.
Is a weird take.
Yeah, but he tricked her with love. Like, that's fucked up, right?
No, and it is a little fucked up. A little, but like maybe sometimes that's okay.
In war! For your sovereignty!
Well, and Rhysand's doing that right now. Now she's finally asking about Tamlin. We would have found out some information had we just shut the fuck up about...
No, what you don't understand is this entire interaction was Lucien is an NPC in a bad RPG.
Yeah.
Where he's like... And, like, the dialogue tree pops up, and it's, like, all these things you can ask, but once you ask about Tamlin, it ends the interaction.
So we might as well have done all the other ones
you might as well
first.
Be like, tell me about the first cauldron. When she, from the sky, painted the lands, tell me about that.
I know. Okay, so...
Tamlin, the guards are coming.
She's like, is Tamlin? And then he's like, gotta go. He disappears. Vanishes. But first he says... I was kind of confused. He said... He tells her not to get herself killed, and he says, I already have a long list of fairies to kill. I don't need to add more to it, if only for Tamlin's sake. What did that mean? What do you mean, if only for Tamlin's sake?
Read it again.
He says, don't get yourself killed. Yeah. I already have a long list of fairies to kill. I don't need to add more to it, meaning if she dies, he will have to avenge
Kill
her.
who kills, yeah.
If only for Tamlin's sake.
I think it's saying, I have to kill so many fairies for people who have wronged me right now. If they kill you, I'm going to have to kill them for Tam.
Oh, okay. He's trying to distance himself, saying, I wouldn't kill... He's trying to emotionally say, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, but for Tamlin, I have to... Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, they're kind of, like, really husband-coded through this whole thing, though. So I'm just going to, like, put that out there.
Yeah, little Olorugio Queffrey of it all.
Hey, any witch hat fans out there?
Witch hat stands?
Let's go. Highly recommend.
# brimmed caps in the comments. All right.
So, whatever. Lucien vanishes, and then we note that a yellow eye tinged with red looks through the door of the cell.
Yeah, great.
I guess it's the ACOTAR, I think
it's just one of the guys.
Any creepy guy. There's a bunch of creepy guys. Okay. So,
I had one other little thing in the... Calling Amarantha a huntress, she was little more than an immortal, cruel huntress collecting trophies from her kills. That's not what that is. There's no more evidence of her doing this to anyone else. This is a very specific...
Well, she took Lucien's eye, she took Jury's...
She didn't do anything with Lucien's eye, she just took it out.
I don't know what the trophy was supposed to be.
That's what I'm saying. She's just like, really like... keyed in on special interest hunting right now. So now she's like denigrating her for being like her, but a bad version of a hunter.
Yeah, she's like, you're my dark mirror.
And it's like, no, she's not.
She's not. There's like, they have nothing in common.
And like, she's like, Jurian is a trophy of sorts, but like, he literally brutalized and murdered her sister. So it's like a revenge thing.
Well, I guess maybe that's how she's relating. Maybe that's why she was saying deserve. Oh, what if she was empathizing with Amarantha because she was like, if someone killed Elaine or Nesta, maybe I'd become an evil huntress as well.
And she'd collect the eye of the bone.
Do you think that's the thing?
I don't know.
I think it's the sister thing is why she's relating to her. She's like, oh, she's in it for her sister.
So
I'm always in it for my sisters.
And it turned her dark.
So whatever. She's fair sleeping a bunch in the cell. They're giving her bread and water.
Stale bread.
We have 2 squat, red-skinned fairies that keep showing up and dragging her around. Like I'm just picturing these ugly little like cherub devils.
It's always it's just like imps. Like
okay, here they are. Are those lesser fae?
Definitely,
I guess.
Yeah.
But
No doubt.
Lesser fae, no doubt. She's trying to memorize specific features on the wall, so she like knows her way around. So they bring her to the throne room, and she's like looking around. She's like, okay, I gotta keep track. There's no windows.
Because we're under a mountain.
Yeah, she's like trying to plan where she would go if she escapes with Tamlin later.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a crowd of fair... Like, sometimes the descriptions of how the room is set up, I'm kind of like struggling. Like, it's just like a crowd of fairies stood along a far wall. Over their heads, I could make out the arch of a doorway. I don't... Why are they all against the wall? I don't really know what to picture.
Yeah, it always feels like you're like in a... like an awkward school dance gymnasium.
Yeah,
like everyone's really like segregated and like the main people are right here and everyone else is like lined up.
Yeah, like I don't know what's going on.
And they're pointing and laughing at Feyre and her poop.
All later soon, yeah. And yeah, she notes that she tries not to look up at Claire's rotting body. That does add a real sinister, disturbing element.
Sure.
Kind of the only one, if we're being frank. It's the only one.
And it's rather an intense one.
But
yeah, the dark star hanging over her
all
head.
We got. Like, shouldn't there be other things happening in here that are disturbing? I don't know. She's like, oh, everybody's in colorful clothing, and they all seem really clean and well fed. Some of them have masks on, which, by the way, Bianca Cat mentioned in the comments. She was like, why do the Spring Court fairies still have their masks on when 7x7 is up? And we do have to wonder. I guess technically they lost the curse.
Yeah.
So I guess to her, it is just like funny that they have to stay in them.
Well, I guess maybe it's a new curse now. Maybe it's just like that curse never broke, so you're stuck in them.
But the theory that she put forward, which I support, was that Amarantha just has a mask kink.
Yes.
And so I agree with that.
I think so too. Rasanne seems the type to put them on frequently. I think
Amarantha has good taste sexually.
Seems to be. She's wearing an all ruby dress right now.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That shit's hot.
Right. But, like, meaning, like, she's after the hot guys.
Yeah.
She knows what she wants.
Yeah.
She's, like, boys, and she wants them to yowie together.
Yes.
And then maybe be wearing masks.
The clink of our masks as me and my bro make out for our Dark Queen.
Oh, my God. Yes.
Right? You can hear the noise, like the...
Yes.
Like the grating and the gemstones, like, you know?
The clink of our masks.
of
That's
our
the name
masks.
of the fic.
The clink of our masks. There you go.
I like that idea. She's like, if I was going to find allies, it's going to be among these mass sprinkler fairies. She just has a lot of thoughts that are not relevant for this plot. I kind of think maybe she put each of these things in being like, I don't know how she's going to get out of this. Perhaps all of these things could come into play. But then she just took the most like straightforward path. And then it was like, oh, those were all good ideas that I had.
That Feyre just didn't
that I had placed in there, but I just couldn't come up with a way for that to happen. So it didn't.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe some part of her was like, maybe a Spring Court fairy will defect and help her and this and that. But then it was just like, Rhysand's here and he's hot. So like, we'll just go like... let's just do that.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, so she goes in front of Amarantha. They keep every time they throw her down in front of Amarantha's
like a wet
feet.
towel.
Every time she's like, oh my God.
She's like looking up at her
Looking
throne.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I could ship. I could.
I do.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
And I do.
We are now married as Amarantha and Feyre shippers together.
Famarantha forever.
Feyrantha.
Amara.
Yeah, she's looking for Lucien in the crowd. Amarantha's wearing her gown of rubies.
Sexy.
Yeah, and Amarantha clicks her tongue. This actually did make me laugh. I don't know why.
Immediately mogs her.
This is a funny line. She goes, you look positively dreadful. And then she turns to Tamlin. Wouldn't you say she's taken a turn for the worse? Like, that's really, really funny.
Yo, what?
And he just doesn't reply. He also won't look at Feyre, which, points against him, man. She says, I couldn't sleep last night and I realized why this morning. I don't know your name. And if you and I are going to be such close friends for the next 3 months, I should know your name, shouldn't I? Feyre says there was something charming and inviting about her.
Yep.
I began to understand why the High Lords had fallen under her thrall, believed in her lies. I hated her for it. This is really good setup.
Yeah.
For a ship.
Our fic, yeah. I do think it's interesting that she gets taken in by it, and her immediate instinct is to hate her for that quality.
Well...
No, in the situation, I understand.
Yeah.
But I feel like it means something deeper. Feyre dislikes women like that.
I agree with you. I do think that is true.
Yeah.
But I can't, put that on her too much, I feel like, right now, because I'm so,
You're right. I'm digging for characterization.
Yeah, I agree, though.
Yeah, I think it's interesting.
So, come now, pet. You know my name. Isn't it fair that I know yours? And
can't be calling young girls pet.
But you could, though.
You could. You should, but you
Imagine this just had a different tone.
A better tone.
And this just took a turn.
Wow.
Imagine. Yeah. It's a good setup for, an actual dark erotic. Because, Rhysand already being in the mix, then being invite Feyre.
Yes.
And then,
Amarantha spellbinding Tamlin to fuck her while Rhysand holds Feyre and makes her watch. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
I saw somebody made a post on Tumblr that they had some good ideas for Under the Mountain erotica.
Shit, okay.
Should I find it? Probably not.
I don't know if we have time for that kind of thing.
I know, I wish we had more time. Would love to dig in.
Maybe in our After Dark session.
That would be fun.
Yeah, where I'll be the Nightcrawler.
You are kind of just giant penis.
Yeah, I love that part.
It is all a little phallic, isn't it? Okay. So, yeah, she says, isn't it fair I know yours? And then she sees the ACOTAR, grinning at her. Yeah. So, the goon is here, and he's like, if you don't give her the name, I'm gonna fuck you
mash you up again, girl.
So, she's like, oh, you've learned the consequences of giving false names, referring to Claire Bator, which, Amarantha calls Rhysand over. And she's like, hey, so is this the girl you saw at the Spring Court that time? And then we get our first brushing brushing of invisible lint. Y'all got some crazy theories out there about what this means. I reject them all. I think it is just supposed to be like I won't even get into it. We don't have time. There's so many things I want to get into that I can't. I really do think this is just like NPC nonchalant behavior shortcut.
Yep.
You know, and I think in like a smaller dose is fine. Like it does get something across to me. It's just the repetitiveness of it that makes it seem silly. So she's like, yeah, is that her? And he says, I suppose. And she's like, well, okay, why didn't you tell me that was the girl that you saw? And he says, humans all look the same to him, which is a good lie.
Yeah,
I believe that.
That is a good lie.
And what about fairies?
Among a sea of mundane faces, yours is a work of art.
Oh, sand.
Oh.
And just us. Oh.
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 Oh. As this worm, like, come on.
I know, if only we were in the right outfit. Feyre thinks, had I not been straddling the line between life and death, I might have snorted. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just never be a fan of that tone.
No.
I'm sorry. I know people love it. I know they love it. With this, whatever, this sardonic. Yeah. I hate
banter.
And whatever. Anyway, she's like, I don't believe Rissam because he recognized, after Calumet, he recognized me in the Spring Court. I would say, though, he could have just put that together. Like, he saw a random human. He was like, why is she here? And then he sees a random human at Tamlin's. Like, you could very easily make that connection without actually recognizing her, don't you think?
I kind of buy it. I guess it depends on how it felt to her. Was it like he was like, oh, you?
I think he was, but I'm saying, wouldn't you maintain in your head, just saw a random human girl in a place she shouldn't be and she was lying to me? Yeah. That just happened.
Yes. Now
I show up, he's hiding this human. He knows what the curse is. Wouldn't he just be like, that explains that weird human girl I saw?
Yes.
But
then I think putting that with him saying, oh yeah, Claire Bedore is her, is like...
Is it? And then it fits with his lie. I don't... Do you get what I'm saying? I just don't know that it means that. It will mean that, but I don't know that it had to mean that. She says to Rhysand, what's her name? He says, how would I know? She lied to me. Mind reading, I think. Yeah. All right.
Mind reading. So for your next trick,
use
your one power.
But also, like, if you're Amarantha, right? He went there. He did enter her mind. I don't know what Amarantha knows about this scenario.
Yeah.
But if you're Amarantha and you're like, you went there and you didn't confirm by doing, your number one trick that the name she gave you wasn't fake, you just didn't do that and just listen to what she said and you went like, I bet she wasn't lying. Wouldn't you be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, no, Amarantha just accepting this is kind of like, she's got to be dick drunk. Like, it's the only thing I could think of.
I'm just like, that's pretty dumb. Why would you be dumb. Like, Rhysand, what are you talking about? You're telling me you didn't confirm in her brain?
She's kind of characterized as, like, a little ditzy, though.
Everyone's stupid.
Everyone's dumb in this world. You cross that border to Prythian, all of a sudden, IQ just plummets. Nesta's holding the IQ up of this whole world.
No kidding. I think Amarantha should be smart. For what she did?
Yeah.
No, the implication of what she pulled off is that Amarantha is crafty as hell and she's a smart bitch.
Yeah.
And I guess she's dick drunk just like Clythia. I get it. But this seems kind of obvious, right? How would I know what her name is? What do you mean? How would you know? If anyone's gonna know, it's you.
Oh, wait, if only we had someone with the power to confirm things in others' minds.
Feyre's, like, getting ready for him to, like, enter her mind, as you would assume we're about to do.
Yeah.
Whatever. Amarantha's like, oh, if you want to play games, let's do this the fun way. And the ACOTAR grabs Lucien. I love, he has just been reduced
to... The ACOTAR? Oh, yeah.
He's just been reduced.
Literally, if you replaced him with, like, an Italian man in an oversized suit, nothing would change. Just with the fucking pig pie hat and the like, all right, boss.
Amarantha's little mafioso under the mountain.
He's got a pistol and he's like literally wider than he is tall.
All right.
Hey, let me grab Lucien. Come here, buddy.
But I just love...
The queen wants to see you.
We just went from the most frightening creature in Prithee and the most ancient to get him, grab him, fly her. That's all he does. He just transports people. So she pulls Lucien out of the crowd. There is a part of this that you're like, hey, let's just get in Feyre's mind and get her fucking name, like, right now. I'll go with it, though, because it's like she clearly likes using people against each other, emotionally watching each other get tortured. So, like, okay, fine. And you know what? And she seems to have a particular interest in watching Lucien get absolutely fucked up.
Yeah. Which...
like, drooling and, like, really just, like...
begging and...
yeah. So, like,
squirmy, you know?
Once again, I understand, Amarantha. Perhaps this is the right thing to do. Rysand's there. The ACOTAR drags Lucien over. I'm into Lucien and Rysand. I am.
That works. Yeah. That's a very
and
clear path.
Yes, she says, hold his mind. And then, I liked that. Hold his mind. And Lucien goes utterly still, sweat gleaming on his neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then that is when 4 red-haired high fae show up. His brothers, toned and muscled.
God. Some looking like warriors about to set foot on the battlefield. Some looking like pretty courtiers.
And they're all just staring at Lucien smile. They're like they also want to see him
sweating and drooling down there.
They're all like ha ha ha.
Yeah, brother play. I gotta say,
yeah,
the word courtiers in this book is doing work.
Yeah,
it is overloaded. The back of courtiers is breaking in this.
Well, it's
text.
like, wow, you really had to have a concept of courtiers.
Courtier. Like coming into this, like when she read that word, she's like, oh, courtier. I'm writing a whole book about courtiers.
I wish the courtiers could have more to do and they could be more of a thing.
They're fucking just like, we got a letter.
Any twink is a courtier.
Any twinks are courtier. You gay? Courtier.
But
you look like you take
specific.
it. You're a courtier. You're a high courtier.
If you just go through the book and you replace the word courtier with twink, we're describing the same thing.
Yeah.
And some pretty twinks. That's what she meant. Warriors and pretty twinks.
Yep.
That's how you break them down.
Damn.
Amarantha's asking for her name, but Lucien only glanced at Tamlin before closing his eyes and squaring his shoulders. He looked to get
Daddy's approval.
Well, and yeah, he was like, I'm gonna do it, Tamlin, I love you. And then he had the bravery.
He said, see you next time.
Rysand smiling. And Feyre's like, oh, I remember how horrifying that was. Yeah, this is for all of you that keep being like, well, no, because, like, she was never really afraid of Rysand. She never... Yes, she was!
Nonstop.
Yes, she
this
was.
Girl is terrified of this man.
I mean, she's intrigued and there's something interesting about him, but she has absolutely had situations with Rysand where she was scared. Because the people who are, like, anti-Elaine and Lucien, oh, but she doesn't like him because the trauma. I keep saying, yeah, Rysand and Feyre also had trauma and they got over it. And they're like, no, she didn't feel that way about him. Yes, she does. And she did.
Textually, it just keeps coming up. So I don't know.
I couldn't be going through this shit any slower, okay? Absolutely. That is what happened. I thought you would have learned your lesson, Lucien. Though this time, your silence will damn you as much as your tongue. She keeps talking about tongues.
I think she should have yanked on that thing a little bit.
See, like this could have been so good. If you actually made this horny.
Yeah. And made her use her magical. Just be like...
It wouldn't be mainstream. There's no chance this would have been mainstream.
But we would have loved it.
She would have been trading her billions of dollars for Frank and Lauren's approval.
And I always say...
You think it's worth
what's worth more to an author?
Than us.
If it's money, you're just not thinking about the right things.
Yeah, you want us to be horny. Actually,
us in your corner is the number one thing you could have as an
turning
author.
us on with your dark romance would actually be worth billions of dollars, I think.
Absolutely. When you get to heaven, they look at the book and they're like, Frank and Lauren got turned in.
So Amarantha's asking Tamlin what Feyre's name is. So she's really trying to be like, your boyfriend's dying.
You cool
maybe
with that?
You'll give it up. And yeah, there is an interesting element to this, though, where you're like, there's all this selflessness for Feyre. So you could be reading it like, wow, Tamlin and Lucien really did come to love her. And I think that's sort of true, for sure. But there is an element to this that is, you could read it purely selfish.
Oh, yeah.
They've got an out right now. Giving her anything that could fuck up Feyre more is really, really bad for them in a strategic sense, right?
Yeah, definitely.
They're both true. Because you're like, is he being brave because he loves Feyre so much? Or is he being brave because he's like, I need her to kind of win, maybe.
I think he's being brave for Tamlin. I think that's it.
That's so sweet.
You know?
That's really sweet.
He's like, it's for her love. Them getting together might fix this whole thing. I'll take the bullet.
Wow.
You know?
Yep.
The
He is being
mind
self-sacrificial for everyone.
Yes.
So, like, that is good about
so
it.
like Lucien and Jesus parallels. All right, so I'm gonna go into it. No, we don't have time.
So Amarantha just runs a nail down her throne. I don't suppose your handsome brothers know, Lucien. She's after everyone. She's after all these hot men.
Everyone.
It's unfortunate that you made her, like, you gave me this one lady who is unabashedly horny.
Yeah.
Like, finally having all the thoughts that you should have in this world, right? You should be looking around going, hot, wanna fuck, wanna fuck, wanna fuck, wanna fuck.
No doubt.
And we were like, she's a genocidal pedophile.
Sometimes it goes that way, you know?
Whatever,
Dark
man.
and raw.
I know. Well,
don't
but
know.
okay, to be fair, Dark and Raw really wasn't very hot, let's be real.
No, that's true.
He had
Yeah.
a grotesqueness to him that Amarantha doesn't, like, physically and behave, like, she's hot.
Yes.
Like, she's hot. I don't care what Feyre says, she's hot. Both books have a genocidal pedophile villain.
Shortcut too bad. Shortcut too good.
I'm tired.
Shortcut. I don't want to think.
Well, it's literally
I don't like gray, white, and black.
They can't argue with me.
Yeah,
now,
that's
no,
it.
I canceled it.
I'm right.
I canceled it.
Don't even fucking talk about it. I'm right. Like, that's literally all I'm hearing. Like,
Yeah. So, but
is
yeah.
there some merit to... She's a pedophile. You see what she did to Claire?
Well, that one, she's got to do bad things. She's got to kill some innocent girls, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's asking the handsome brothers if they know Ferris Dave. And the eldest, the tallest, I don't know, Feyre thinks he's the eldest because of some reason she shouldn't think that. Because of the way he, like, held himself. She's like, oh, he's the oldest. Okay. Who I think it is Eris, who is our resident morally gray hottie later. Mm-hmm. I've been excited to meet him. But he says, if we did, lady, we would be the first to tell you. So, okay. He's also simping. Yeah. Lucian's really, like, getting fucked up now. Rasanne's over him. He's always kneeling, and Rasanne's always fucking him up.
Yeah.
And
Rasanne's got like a bit of a chub bulge in his pants.
She left that out, but
no, and then Lucien starts to whimper, and that's exactly, that's when Feyre breaks. That's when
when she yelled out her name Feyre, it was like mid orgasm.
Literally. Feyre. And like Amarantha was like, me too, girl. Like, I was about to come.
Everyone's on the verge of coming.
The ACOTAR is just like crying.
It looks like Lucian's about to bust.
Yeah.
No, he's getting fucked up, and she's like, finally like, my name is Feyre.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
And then. Yeah. So.
We also note that Rasanne has not even removed his hands from his pockets while doing this, which
cool.
is cool.
That's cool.
I'm sorry. I know we have a mix, right? We've got Maas lovers, we've got Rasanne likers, we've got mixed feelings like us, where we like and don't like. And we do have a lot of you Rasanne haters. Like, you hate this guy and you hate him all the time. And we're gonna probably start liking him less once but I love villain Rasanne. I can't. Okay? It's cool.
I only know this version. He's pretty cool so far. He's just being smarmy and horny and very competent.
That's the thing, right? So Feyre's like, she must have allowed him more power than the others. Or maybe he was always just, like, way more powerful than everyone else.
Power obsessed.
She is obsessed, right?
Power obsessed.
She says his power was extraordinary for this to be considered the basest remnants.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why would you know? What do you even know it's happening?
You wouldn't.
Okay.
So Lucien's brothers, they're all frowning that like he didn't die mid mind control. Like they're all like, man. Eris bares his teeth at Feyre.
Yeah. Okay.
So Amarantha says, Feyre. Feyre, Amarantha said, testing my name, the taste of the 2 syllables on her tongue. This is a little...
Mm-hmm. We're thinking about her tongue now.
This is a little...
Yeah.
Feyre on her tongue.
Yes.
Feyre on her tongue.
That's the title.
Feyre on her tongue.
Yep.
Feyre on her tongue.
Yeah.
Feyre on her tongue.
Yeah.
Feyre on her tongue. Yeah. On her tongue. Yeah. So we've been complaining about the name Feyre from the early days.
As we should.
Because, it is very similar to fairy. Maybe we've noticed that. And they hate fairies.
Feyre.
So why?
Yeah.
She says, an old name from our earlier dialects. What are we talking about?
What are we talking about? Why didn't Amarantha go, are you fucking with me? Like, that can't be your name. That's a dumbass name. Instead, it's like, what a wise and old name. You are so enlightened, I guess. What the fuck?
Beautiful. Like, I don't...
Great name from our ancient past. Feyre. Shut up!
But no comment about, like, why not make commentary about, like, how interesting a human...
With one of our names.
With one of our names, a human, like, you were meant to be here, Feyre. Perhaps your, like, family wanted you to, I don't know, make some joke about how she's connected to Faye in a certain way.
And I love, we don't need a last name.
Why she doesn't care about the last name, I don't know.
Oh, because then she'd have to go and murder Nesta and everyone.
We can't have that.
We can't have that. So, like, she's sufficed at just the first
And
name.
it's crazy to not even really have the sisters being kidnapped or even the fear, like, the threat of that being much of a thing when it would parallel Amarantha and Clythia so well.
Yes. Correct.
Because it would be like...
That could have been the last trial. Like, Nesta and
right,
Elaine on a
right.
platform. And like, who's more valuable to you? Your sister or your love? Yeah, right? That's a villainous thing to do. And then at the last moment, she goes, I know the riddle! I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, trust me, they're not involved, so don't worry.
Correct.
Yeah, the parallel there is never really utilized.
Manifested.
She says, well, Feyre, I promised you a riddle. And then she says everything became thick and murky, I guess just because she's like anxious about the riddle. And she says, why did Tamlin do nothing? Say nothing. I don't know. So are you mad at him yet?
No, not once.
There we go.
I don't know what's going on with him.
I know, this is exactly how I felt. I just kept being like, is he being nefarious or like, is there a legit reason? I just need to know that before I can make any judgment call on this.
What can he do?
It's like from this meta standpoint where it's like narratively, I want whoever the hot guy that I'm supposed to care about, he must have a plan. He must do something. And the fact that you didn't give him one means
He's weak and bad.
Means I am supposed, the way I'm feeling frustrated in this meta sense, it must mean something bad about him. Like, you know what? I don't know. And I get maybe if you like are very into a genre and that's like mostly how you read, maybe these shortcuts like kind of make sense to your brain. But I'm too like enmeshed in every other genre to be like doing that sort of thing where I'm like, it's a story. Like, I just need to know the elements of, like, motivations, the reality of the magic, like, what is I just need to know the story. Like, what's the story? I don't know if I should blame him. But I think from this, like, romance genre point of view, where, like, oh, well, if we didn't give him a way out, even if the plot says he didn't have a way out, the fact that we made the plot not give him a way out means
he's weak and bad.
To me, that's really weird.
That's not how stories work. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't care. You can't rely so much on like genre trope stereotypes that like the story can't exist normally without
exactly.
They exist as shortcuts to thoughts and feelings,
and they should emphasize
but they should be tight
things
and emphasize. Yeah. Exactly. This just makes me go, I don't know what's up with Tamlin. Jurian's eyeball's been alive for thousands of years.
Right.
So maybe he's under a spell.
Yeah, like, should we be like, why isn't Jurian getting out and helping? He hates the Fae and he's on the human side. Why isn't Jurian getting out to save her? Like, well, yeah, because he's trapped in a fucking ring.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not
why
blaming
are we assuming
Jurian.
something similar is not happening to Tamlin?
Well, like, it is.
Oh, okay. So then we were right, and he couldn't have done anything.
Yes, but like even that is considered like condemnable to the crowd. We're up to the riddle, finally. I just love that she's like, I'm going to give you a riddle. Go away, and then come back, and then I'll give you the riddle. She says, solve this, Feyre, and you and your high lord. Your high lord, your high lord. Even Amarantha, the one who wants Tamlin more than anybody, said, it's Feyre's high lord. You and your high lord, all his court, may immediately leave with my blessing. Let's see if you are indeed clever enough to deserve one of our kind. Number one, somebody mentioned this. I have to comment on it. I do feel like we need to go back and like look at what the original agreement was, both because we do a lot of Feyre stressing about the word immediately, which I was kind of like, oh, that's interesting. Is that a part of this? Second of all, why did Feyre only negotiate for the spring court and not every... Am I incorrect in saying that what Feyre negotiated was that every other court in Prythian was going to have to stay under the mountain with Amarantha? She was just getting Tamlin and the spring court free?
Yeah, that's what it seems like, yeah. Feyre seems like ever since Alice told her what the dealio is with the curse, that like, she needs to come here and confess her love, and then she says it to Lucien, she's just like, I'm just here for love. I'm here to like, this is love. And
I
it's
still
like,
don't understand why she's not here for all of the humans, including her family.
Oh, yeah.
Why are we not here for that too?
I'll never forgive the fact that how many times I had to read the word the blight and it's nothing. It's just her.
We're here. We're talking to the sexy blight. Aha. Shall I read it?
Yep.
There are those who seek me a lifetime, but we never meet. And those I kiss, but who trample me beneath ungrateful feet. At times, I seem to favor the clever and fair, but I bless all those who are brave enough to dare. By large, my ministrations are soft-handed and sweet, but scorned, I become a difficult beast to defeat. What?
Go.
Okay. For though each of my strikes land a powerful blow, when I kill, I do it slow. I've read very mixed things. I've read a lot of people who are like, this is the easiest, stupidest riddle in the whole entire world. I've also read a lot of people who are like, I had no idea. I think riddles are weird like that. Yeah. I'm bad at riddles. I think I had the thought what the riddle in fact is. I had the passing thought. And then I overthink. Like, I'm rereading it being like, does that actually fit? Does that even fit? And then I'm like, maybe it's not that. That's stupid. Maybe it's gotta be something else. I wasn't confident.
And I don't know.
What do you think it is?
It feels like love. It feels like love. Like it could be love. Am I in the right neighborhood?
Yeah.
Okay. But like if I answered with that right now, would I go free?
Yeah.
Oh. Damn.
Yeah, you would.
So like... the answer is the thing that she's here for, is everything's just
which makes sense. It's like so goofy that you're like, why would you give her that riddle, Amarantha? But of course, but Feyre's not good at this. I don't know. I don't know.
Amarantha doesn't seem very smart either.
I understand. We just talked about this. I just think that's stupid. I want Amarantha to be smart.
Yeah.
Don't we? So I like that Amarantha repeats it. That's nice.
Yeah.
She's like, don't worry.
I got you again. Oh, you know why? Because she couldn't give it to her on paper. Because Feyre can't read.
She doesn't know that.
She doesn't even know her name. So yeah, you're right. She doesn't know that.
She doesn't know that. So
wait, she just expected her to remember the whole fucking riddle?
I guess it's like part of riddles, you know?
That's not part of riddles.
Feyre's like immediately goes to, could it be some sort of disease? I guess because of the killing.
The blight.
Oh, good God, Feyre. Okay.
Yeah.
My mother had died of typhus and her cousin had died of malaria after going to Barat.
Barat! The only other place that's named in the world.
Yeah. Amarantha says the riddle again. Feyre's sitting there like, and the crowd's cracking up. They're laughing at her. Oh, these evil fairies.
These dark fae.
Which is seemingly like every fae, because everyone's here.
That's true. All in a straight line against the back wall.
The loudest laugh, Lucien's dastardly brothers.
Oh my God.
And Rhysand is there smiling faintly. As he is, he's evil now. He's sexy and evil and like...
Yes.
So then she's like, oh my God, okay, so like if I come up with this, we're going to be for immediately. And then she's like, wait, as opposed to, wait, had the conditions of my trials been different from those of the riddle? She'd emphasized immediately only when talking about the riddle. And then she's like, no, I can't even think about that, because if I solve the riddle, that won't matter. But I think she said, I don't remember. What'd she say?
What chapter is this? I complete all 3 of your tasks, and his curse is broken, and we and all his court can leave.
Wait. I'm sorry. Is it not? That's an insane thing to do. I'm so sorry. I guess she was like, but maybe she was like, this is a smaller ask, so she might agree to it more readily. And then once Tamlin's at full power, maybe we can go rescue the rest of them.
Yes.
But she didn't even attempt.
No.
She didn't even make an attempt to be like, everyone gets to go.
You'll complete all the tasks, or when you can't stand it anymore, all you have to do is answer one question.
Right, but does she...
I could barely hear her blah, 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 a riddle. You solve the riddle, and the curse will be broken. And then in italics, instantaneously.
Right, but so suggesting even if Feyre gets through the 3 trials, it might not be instantaneously.
Correct.
Right?
And that's what she's worried about.
Yes. And that's funny because Feyre afterwards, it's like really quick when she's just like, yeah, sounds good. I don't think there's any loopholes. Like,
yeah,
I guess. Yeah. She, Jurian is swiveling around and Amarantha says, think on it. When it comes to you, I'll be waiting. And then back to the cell.
Yep.
So she's in her cell for 2 days and she's like, Lucien never came to see me. I knew better than to wish for Tamlin.
Yeah.
It's so hard. It's so hard. Of course they should be trying their hardest to keep her alive for a variety of reasons. But there is this, like, I don't want to say it's entitlement, but kind of. It's kind of like, y'all definitely are playing a crazy game right now.
100%.
You're playing a crazy game. I don't know. Nobody's not coming to you.
Out of, like, just because they're
like, oh, forget her. I don't care.
Well, and I think the expectation of, like, oh, Lucien should come see me to, like, praise me for what I did for his life. Like, it's, like, kind of, I don't know. It feels, like, weirdly, like, he owes me. He should at least come say hi.
Well, it's like, you could assume there's a good reason he can't, right? But, like, obviously, I also understand having the emotion of sadness about it, right? Being like, sure. I really wish he'd come. That would really brighten my day. She has some nightmares as she's trapped in the ring. Those red guards show back up and they say the full moon
has arisen.
Chapter 36. Here we go. They go down a passageway seemingly into a whole new chamber we haven't been in, right? I know. I was like, is this in the main chamber? We've been hanging out. We like made this in there, or I think we were somewhere new. It seemed to be a massive arena filled with Fae.
It seemed to be, yeah.
They're all yelling at her. Their cruel, ethereal faces and wide grins told me everything I needed to know. How many Fae are evil? Like,
apparently all of them. Apparently, like, every other Fae.
But that's, like, not true.
I don't know what to say.
I'm like, is this, like, some symptom of having been under the mountain for too long? Even the good Fae became cruel temporarily?
Maybe most of them don't really care about humans. So, like, they're just kind of like, this is fun entertainment.
Maybe. I don't know. But, not just lesser Fae, but high Fae, too. Implying...
Yeah, I know. The moral quality of the lesser Fae.
That... Of course we thought the lesser Fae would do that.
Yeah.
Of course we did.
There's this implication that they're, like, impish, evil, id-filled, like, little
Except
animals.
for the one she cried over and tried to save his life. Like, he was such a turning point, so I'm confused why we're still stuck on hating them.
I don't know.
And Alice!
Is Alice high Fae? What is Alice?
No, wait.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
She's like a special type of Fae.
No, Alice is a lesser Fae. So, like, why are we implying, like, of course the lesser Fae would be jeering at me? So, okay. So she's hauled, once again, a wooden platform, which was erected above the crowd. Psh! Oh! On it are Amarantha and Tamlin, and before it, there's a big labyrinth maze of, like, mud, dirt, poop. Dug into the ground. So she's thrown to her knees before Amarantha. Here she goes. And around the platform stood a group of 6 males, secluded from the main crowd. So it's like VIP section. And she's like,
velvet robe.
Oh, they have beautiful faces and echoes of power. So those are the other High Lords. And you know what? Out of all the crazy things Feyre seems to be able to figure out, that one makes the most sense, so I can't complain.
Sure. The one thing I can complain about is we do not get a single description of any High Lord.
Not one.
Not their face, not their attitude.
I just want to know
not
their
coloring.
countenance. I just want to know in terms of like, did they seem upset? Did they seem excited? How are the High Lords reacting?
Rhysand's there. That's all we find out.
And that's all that ever matters. So everyone's screaming, whatever. She's on her knees in front of Amarantha. The High Lords are standing around, and then Amarantha puts her hand up, and the crowd goes quiet. Yeah, once again, I'll say, your first task is here. Let us see how deep that human affection runs.
Uh-huh.
It's not really related.
No, at all.
I guess the only thing you can say is, like, her willingness to do it is proving
sure.
love. But number one, how interesting. We go back to Andros. Let's take it back to Andros, right?
Okay. All right, all the way back.
We go,
Sparkling spindles.
hate in your heart. You have to prove they have pure hate in your heart. But also, you might die if you don't kill it because you're starving. Okay?
Yep.
Over here. We have to prove you're doing this out
you
of
have
pure
pure
love.
love
But also,
in your
you
heart.
will in fact die if you don't do this. Both of them have that element.
Yes.
Is that on purpose? It's
What is the
not
point? Yeah.
just proving that she loves Tamlin, because she will die if she doesn't do it. It's proving that maybe she's doing it because she loves Tamlin. Maybe she's doing it because she wants to just survive and she doesn't give a fuck about Tamlin anymore. She has to do it. It does not matter. Just like the wolf. Just like Andros. She had to kill Andros, not because of just hate,
Now, is this
but
like-
because she's starving.
Is this a quality of like the shittiness of Amarantha's magic? It's just like not consistent and always involves some sort of death motivator.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Like,
Like, is
I
that
don't know.
not weird?
Yeah, it's extremely weird.
Both of them make no sense to me in this
No.
way. This one does not prove anything about love. It proves that Feyre must do a bunch of things to survive. It proves
Definitely.
love got her here in the first place, but now she's trapped. Now she has her choice. You know what would actually prove it?
What?
Here would be. We could fix it right now. We do all that. We get everything going. We put Feyre right there in front of the thing and we say, actually, I'll let you go right now if you don't go into the worm pit.
Yeah.
If you don't go in, you can leave. Everyone else is staying. Tamlin's staying. Springcourt's staying. But you can go. What are you going to do?
You don't have to fight it. Yeah.
If she picked to go into the worm pit anyway, that would be a proof of the depth of her love.
I agree. Yeah. Give her some sort of choice here.
That's the test.
Of course.
The test is you can run away and save yourself
Or you could fight this giant worm
for Tamlin.
How committed are you?
That's the test. You left out what the test is.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? It's not a test of love anymore. Feyre literally, her option is die or do this. It's got remove Tamlin from the picture.
Become bones or use bones. That's the only... Oh my god, she's got bones!
I've got some bones.
Get those fucking bones away from me! You ain't taking me out with these fucking bones, no way! That's the Middengard Wyrm. No! Feyre, you fucking get those bones out of here, the fucking goddamn it.
Okay.
Playing around in me shit, stealing me bones, creating bone traps, like that's fucking fair. I can't even fucking see where you're going, lass.
Oh my god, okay. Whoa, what an interesting way to characterize
you know,
Wow,
that
okay.
just came out. I don't know.
Anyway, let's see how deep that human affection runs. No, we won't. Actually, we'll
do it.
just do a test because she has no choice. So she's like, oh, I learned some things about you, Feyre. I think you'll like this task, which is weird because it's not hunting. It's not hunting.
No,
I don't know
it's
what that
not.
has anything to do with anything. But yeah, she walks over and she's like, wow, it's the big trenches of a maze of trenches.
Looking scary. And then they fucking high school bully her. So
The Ator picks her up and flies her down.
he flies her to like the starting place of the maze. So the way I view this is he parts the crowd.
Yeah.
She can look down into the pit.
Yeah.
The crowd shoves her in.
And he grabs her.
grabs her with his talons and then drops her off of the starting
They're just
point.
so evil.
They're
I don't
just
know.
so mean.
Like
and
it's like
bad.
somehow like the Fae are great, but the Fae are also evil. I don't know.
What do you think the odds are on this bet, though? By the way, like how much did
Sam must be like a
Sam
billionaire.
cashed in on this
Yeah.
shit? Everyone else voted against it.
You think someone would take the risk?
He had plus 1 million odds. No, like Lester Faye was like, I'll throw a copper on it. Who knows?
Not one. Not a one.
Not a one.
She's down there. Everyone's laughing. She's like, oh, this mud smells bad. And then Amarantha's, I don't know why it struck me as funny. The platform killed me. Her platform's floating around and it's flying over to the edge where Feyre is. And she's like, Amarantha's like looking down at her. Rhysand tells me you're a huntress. Hunt this! Whoa.
It's just like, and what it is. It's like,
hunt
this. I'm sorry.
Hunt what? Okay. And she's like, oh my god, the fairies up above, they're like, I see them trading gold. They're betting on me. And
and we didn't need to see that. And,
no,
and the way it was described, I saw gold coming out of palms, and I thought it was magic at first because it was described like gold, like light almost. And I'm like,
it's gold.
They're literally just trading gold.
Why wouldn't we have noticed that before we got into the pit?
That's what I'm saying.
There's a whole period of time she's getting dragged to the crowd, looking at Amarantha, blah blah blah. Why wouldn't we just witness it then?
I don't know.
Or why wouldn't Amarantha... Everyone put your bets in.
Well, how about fucking a speaking character that's not Amarantha?
No.
Like dealing with the minutia of the gambling.
These little red guys give them something to do.
And then this series of quotes, this is just the quality of writing Sarah gives us. Amarantha says, release it, then it appeared. I ran, period. It was a giant worm.
It's pretty, like, a lot of books are written like this. Like, they just are. Like, just really, really, really straightforward.
Here's it. Go, it, they, went, big. Okay. Like, I don't know.
Well, here you are. You are chasing me. We're running. We're running through the maze. Okay?
And I have a personal vendetta against using Wyrm, W-Y-R-M, to describe what is quite literally described as a W-O-R-M earthworm.
I don't know. Like, we were just like, fantasy. Put a Y.
Put a Y. Worm means dragon. And this thing is described as a pink and brown.
I think it's supposed to be funny.
She literally said it would be a regular worm if it didn't just have like, you know, like the opening of the dune mouth.
I think it's like a little funny. It's like in this world, we have worms, but they're just worms. They're just worms.
Like, give me a gun so I can...
Okay. Well, and soon, maybe. She thinks, the trenches were its lair and I was dinner. Oh! Literally. So Feyre's running. Her plan, right? She's like, I gotta make as much distance between me and the worm as possible.
Yeah.
And I gotta find a little hidey spot so I can, like, think of a plan.
Sure.
And I like all of Feyre's thoughts. Totally believable that she could come up with this. Smart. Every step of it, I did like it. Like,
it was good.
I was like invested. As stupid as it has nothing to do with love. Why is there a worm? It's just kind of goofy, but she kind of did the best. Like, this is as good as it could get in terms of being fun to read about.
Actually having something to do.
Yeah.
And like getting a lock in. That Feyre I like.
I know, I liked it too.
Put this Feyre on a fucking battlefield and let her rip, because every goddamn other thing she does.
And so that's kind of the arc, right? Because it becomes like Tamlin, I think not totally unreasonably so, being like, I don't want you on the battlefield right now. I don't want you to do those things. But like, you as the reader are supposed to really want that, because we've seen that she's interesting to read about when she does that. And Rhysand is the guy who shows up and goes like, reader, I'm gonna get her there so you could be like more entertained. And it's supposed to sort of be...
Does she offer to train and do a whole bunch of stuff and Tamlin just won't let her?
Yes, but unfortunately, well, should be fortunate, right? Sarah gives him somewhat complicated, like, reasonable reasons to not want her to do that right now.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And that should just create more, like, grayness for everyone, because you're like, I do kind of want her to do that, but I also kind of see his point, how interesting the tension of that.
Yeah.
But instead we kind of, like, do that, but then we're like, no, it was just, like, so stupid. And it's kind of like, why didn't we just let it be complicated?
Right. Yeah, well.
Right? Like, I don't know why we as the audience, and why Sarah kind of plays into it of like, wow, that was so... I'm like, you could have made it actually dumb.
Yes.
You could have made it actually ridiculous, but you gave him enough.
Yeah.
That unfortunately, I have to go like, well, does he kind of have a point? You know? Like, that's the
Not
problem.
allowed to think that.
So whatever, she's running she finds like a little opening that to like get through the wall that she like squeezes through. It's very tense because she thinks she's gonna get eaten.
Her spring cord birthing hips get lodged in the wall.
That's true. She was like, if only my hips didn't grow so big.
She gets stuck, stepmom, you know?
She's bent over and out she gets out. So then the crowd's like kind of bored because she kind of like separates herself too far from the worm and she's like by herself and everybody's looking at the worm on the other side of the maze.
Yeah, and she kind of intuits like...
She's like, oh, I think it's blind because it does not seem to be able to
it
logic
should have been able to follow me.
Where I went.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, fine. I buy that. And then she accidentally falls into a giant pit, which has like a cave off the side of it that's filled with bones. Bones everywhere.
Not Jarian, though.
Not this time.
No.
From far away at the front of the maze, Amarantha says, Feyre, you're ruining everyone's fun. Which,
I know.
She's such a good tie.
She's pissed because she put in one of those less than 1 minute bets and
True.
She lost it.
So Feyre's like trying to climb up the walls. She can't. One of the mean fairies watching says, need a stepping stool? Very downstairs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she's like, wait, good idea.
I do need a stepping stool.
And so then she just like in that moment is suddenly like, wait, I think this is its poop. Like that's not relevant at all. She just literally thinks like, oh, I'm seeing the bones. I bet this is not mud. It's poop.
I'm in poop.
That's it. Okay. So
it shows you something about Feyre that she's very willing to like do what needs to be done.
That's the only reason we mention it.
Yeah,
we just mentioned that as poop because when she rolls around in it in a minute, we'll be like, damn.
This girl's hardcore.
She's
rubbing shit all over herself.
She tests out putting the bones in the mud to like make a little staircase to climb out. It works. She's like, great. That is smart. I like that.
Yep.
And I like the whole pit. I like the pit. She's breaking the bones.
The description is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she like takes the bones like, wait. And she starts like making pit weaponry.
Yeah, she's making the bones sharp and she's shoving them into the ground, sharp bits up.
How ridiculous, though, this thing is. Like, this trial already doesn't prove love. How is a human being going to kill a titanic worm?
She did.
She didn't. It fell on a spike pit that she made.
She was clever enough to kill it. What does it matter?
That shouldn't even exist. The bone... She got really lucky with the bone
Amarantha's stupid and didn't think... That she just is like, the worm lives here. I'm throwing you in with the worm. Figure something out.
It would have been, I feel like, more impactful if they like, gave her a sword and it like wasn't really going to do anything.
Well, that's the hunt. This is like hunt. Give her something.
Give me a bow or something.
Well, I don't know why they don't. If they should have just given her like a useless bow. If she tries to use it, that's the joke. Oh wow!
It breaks
Look
immediately.
at this huntress. Yeah. Okay, and then she figures this out. Would be a little better.
That would have been a little better.
Yeah, she climbs up out of the pit. She covers herself in the poop. She's rolling around in poop. Totally covered because she's like, it needs to smell me. If I'm covered in poop, it can't smell me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so then one of the fairies...
Yes, that's right.
One of the fairies over the side's like, what's she doing? And then Rasanne's there, just standing there, and you say...
She's building a trap.
But the Middengard...
relies on scent to see.
Okay, and I feel like this is just in case you, as the audience, somehow didn't put that together.
And I feel like it's impossible not to, because she says it, basically, so...
Yes, and like, great, okay, I get it. He's paying attention to her, he thinks she's smart, we love that.
And she just become invisible.
Yes, she
The whole
did.
crowd's like, ooh! You know, like...
I don't think there's only like 5 people on this side of the...
The worm's just slamming his phallic head, like, where's she?
I thought he was British.
No, he's like Scottish, but...
Sure, whatever.
Where's she? Where's she going? You know? Where the little lass head to now? You know? But it's like on the far side of the maze.
That's where they're all at.
Everyone's like, fucking, can you turn around? Like, I'm deaf too. I can't hear you. Can't see. Can't hear. Only smell.
Yup.
I'm the schnoz worm.
Okay.
Is that my shit? Smells great. Yeah. I love my poop. Everything's made of my shit. All the walls is reeking mud. You call it mud, I call it home. you know?
Oh my god. Oh, we needed this. We needed more characterization for him.
Yeah. I'm really feeling it out.
Oh my god. Okay. So yeah, he says, and Feyre just became invisible. And then she turns to him and she goes like, middle finger, vulgar gesture, first vulgar gesture. Lint just dropped, vulgar gesture just dropped.
Oh my god.
To
It
return.
starts here.
To return. So she runs towards the worm. Okay, so her little plan, she kept like hitting into the walls when she had to like do turns in the maze. So she put some bones on the corners, so when she hits the corners, she can swing. I like that too.
I did too.
Right?
I was like, damn, all right, kind of cool.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah.
I like that. And then there's more blue guys down at the end where the worm is. Lots of blue guys, right?
Yeah.
Like lots of
Seems
them.
to be a common type of guy.
Yeah. And they're dropping an arm into the pit to
Big
feed the
hairy
worm.
man arm or something.
Yeah. So then Feyre's like, it's like around the corner, and she like cuts herself, hoping it'll smell blood and start chasing her. But then she like looks around the corner and like it's gone, and she's like, "Where'd it go?"
And the fairies are all like, hee hee hee.
Yeah. And then shattering the silence like a shooting star.
I like the
of
description.
Voice. Me too.
Finally, we're
That's
cooking.
lovely. That's lovely. That really gives you so much hope. It's kind of corny, but like in a way that I like. I think it was really
totally
nice.
agree.
And I
Yeah.
love Lucien being characterized that way. I do.
Yep.
I like him being bad, but I like him being a mix. Like at any moment, you don't know which part of him you're getting, and I like his heroic side.
Absolutely.
And he yells, "To your left!" And then the worm bursts through the wall.
The chase is on.
And whatever. So she runs to the pit. She left a little spot open with no bones. She jumps in there, hoping the worm will follow. It does. It smashes on the bones and dies. She does, though, hit into...
She lacerates her arm.
with her forearm.
Yeah.
Bone right through it, right? She's got a bone through her forearm now. Will be important next chapter. And so, at that moment, I beheld Amarantha on the platform at the edge of the trench. I clenched, she Arthured. Arthur meme. She clenched her free hand. Ugh, the not broken one. She says, "Prove my love." Like she's thinking that, which again...
Yeah. Did it.
Yeah, sure. But she should be proud.
Yeah.
Okay, let's clap for Feyre. Good job. Good job. Good job. Feyre like goes up to the platform and she's like looking up at her like shaking, but not with fear. Oh no, it wasn't fear at all. I'd prove my love and then some. So she's cocky right now. And if there ever was a moment for Feyre to be cocky, it is right now.
This is the first time. Yeah.
It is. I'm giving her this. And Hammer says, "Well, I suppose anyone could have done that." And then Feyre runs, this bloody bone right in the mud at her feet, splattering her white gown with mud and blood.
Oh my god.
The fairies gasp. Amarantha stared at the wobbling bone before touching the mud on her bodice. She smiled slowly. Naughty.
I have a boner. I have a boner.
That's my favorite button now.
There's so many reasons we could use that.
Oh, yeah.
Naughty.
Naughty.
Okay, the ship is just getting better and better
That's what I'm
between
saying.
these two, okay? She tells Feyre, "I suppose you'll be happy to learn most of my court lost a good deal of money tonight." Like, who? I don't care. Who fucking cares? She has a piece of parchment with all the bets, and then, Feyre's like looking at Tamlin like, "Are you proud of me?" And it says his green eyes were bright, though his face was deathly pale. I could have sworn there was a ghost of triumph on his face. Yeah. Duh. Right? And even if, I guess it's so funny because it put too many competing, conflated desires kind of together where I'm like, but of course, because even if he doesn't love you, this is good.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, it just doesn't, I don't know. Of course he's, we keep being like, is he even happy that I'm winning? It's like, even if he doesn't fucking like you at all, he's happy you're winning.
He hates this bitch.
He'd like
anyone
to be
fucking
free.
her up is, he's happy about it, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just sort of like, yes, of course, no matter what, he's happy. We can assume that.
To take a step back and to talk about Dark Feyre for a second, because after this worm kill, She whips that sword, and then her inner monologue is dark. She says...
Whips the bone?
After she whips the bone, she's thinking in her head, if she was closer, I'd rip her throat out. And then says,
I like this.
I'd flay her alive.
Listen to me. Give it to me. And not the way you gave it to me, which is like not really giving it to me, but being like, isn't she awesome? Isn't she so cool? But like, and she's shitty, but like, no, she's not shitty. No.
Give me shitty Feyre.
Give me Feyre wanting to rip people's throats out.
And do it. It would be sick to do it.
I know. It's never going to happen.
I know. But yeah, no, let's talk about the draft
the
king, fairy draft kings or whatever.
She lifts up her parchment. Oh, you know, almost my entire court bet on you dying within the first minute. Some said you'd last 5, and just one person said you'd win.
She like turns the paper over. Like,
she turns it over, just Rhysand.
Rhysand.
And I do think it's weird that Rhysand would risk drawing any attention to being different in this way. It doesn't really make sense to do.
No, it doesn't.
I get it. Oh, as the audience now, we're like, oh my god, he believed in her so much that, like, he couldn't help himself. I just feel like his whole plan's quite complicated. I think he'd just stick with that.
And once again, there's no reason...
Tamlin...
There's no reason that what Feyre does should have happened.
Okay.
There's no reason to believe in her here. She did very much so get lucky, and Feyre acknowledges that. I have one plan here. If it doesn't work, I'm dead. Right? Like,
I wouldn't call this getting lucky.
I'm saying, no. The kill was earned.
Yeah.
But the kill didn't need to happen. Her finding the pit was lucky. Her being able to make the bone shards was lucky.
Right, so you're saying, like, why would Rhysand...
Rhysand...
He just has... Which is...
He doesn't have foresight.
Here's the fantasy. Yeah. Man don't need reason to believe in me inherently being amazing and good at everything. He just know.
Oh. I see.
Yeah, like,
you just know.
That's... Okay, and, like, I'm gonna be real. We're weird. Like, most people really abide by things like this. Mentally.
I think most people pay lip service to that thing, but I don't think... They don't fucking do it.
I guess it's the romance of it all being like, he just knew in his soul that, like...
Yeah, she could conquer the world.
She could conquer everything, and you're supposed to be like, that's how your man should be treating you. If you say, I'm climbing Mount Everest, he should be like, babe, you are.
When are we leaving?
I'm hiring you a Sherpa today, okay? Even though you'd be like, hey, babe, you actually have never climbed a mountain in your life. Maybe you'll die. I'm just saying, so, like, yeah, there is this, I don't know, there is this attitude that's very pervasive amongst people, I feel like, that is very, like, if I say, partner. I want to do whatever, you putting any, questioning it, not immediately just going, like, you can do that. And yes, to it, I don't know, I find it complicated, because I'm like, we're weird, I guess, in that, like, we are very supportive, especially if it's something that we're like, of course you can do that, push yourself. But, like, we have a realism.
I think we're infinitely supportive and infinitely realistic.
Yeah.
So, like, if we really want something and it's something we can't currently do, we're trying to figure out ways to make it possible.
Which isn't to say, like, long-term with Rhysand, it isn't, like, kind of that way. It's on the line back and forth.
Yeah.
In terms of that. But, like... Yeah, here, this, like, idea, but then you have the fated mates element of it that you could, like, kind of lean back on to be like, he just knows her inner soul, like, in some way. That...
And we're there at this point?
No, they're not mated yet, but, like,
okay.
But again, I keep saying they have, like, this, like, pre-connection that, like, it's just convenient if you want to say.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know, romance books are this way. It's just, like, if the girl says, I want to do it, the fantasy and the morally good thing for the love interest character to do is to just go, of course you can. The end.
Okay.
And the fantasy, I get it. I get at its core, it really is just like an extrapolation of like, I want someone to believe in me. Let's take it to its most extreme conclusion.
How do we make that hot? Yeah.
Or like just so
supportive.
Yeah. Did Tamlin bet? Because I feel like we are kind of implying like, he didn't even bet on
I don't think Tamlin's allowed to bet.
I was thinking he couldn't bet. That probably makes the most sense.
Lucien also probably couldn't bet.
Right. But I'm also like,
You think Lucien took the odds against her? Like, no.
Right, because they what? Because they want money? Also, they want her to win because it saves all their lives. I think it's weird for Lucien to be like, I just want this gold, man. I guess he could be trying, but like Tamlin, again, like he doesn't want to draw attention to the fact that he's like, I'm holding hope for Feyre, because it's just going to make Amarantha more
likely to kill her early or something.
Yeah, it's because she's jealous because she wants Tamlin to herself romantically.
Yep.
So anyway, the ACOTAR flies her out of the pit. He's so good. He's so useful.
He's like the magic school bus. He's just like, I'll pick you up.
Amarantha says, take her away. I tire of her mundane face. And then calls Rhysand over to her, like, come here. Which I think is because he bet.
Yeah, we don't have confirmation.
Yeah,
yet,
but like,
yeah.
I think the suggestion is that she's being like, why the fuck did you do that?
Yeah, how much money did you just make?
Yeah, and also like, what? Yeah, like something's fishy is going on. But why would you ever want her to think something fishy is going on? And so she looks down. She's like, oh, fuck, I've got a bone in my arm. It's not good. And then the red guys bring her back to her cell.
Yep.
And there she goes.
There she goes. So, with bone and all? Like she's just taking that bone with her?
That bone's going in the cell with her.
Oh, okay.
Maybe somebody will
use that bone.
Do something with that bone.
Okay.
It's not good.
Oh, all right. This is the bone.
This is the bone. This is the bone.
So her arm didn't break.
Yes. It is kind of confusing the way it's like phrased.
Yeah,
but yes, it is different. This
is one of the shard bones sticking through her arm.
Which
through the bicep almost.
Well, it's her forearm.
Her forearm. Oh, yeah, okay. So it's sticking through her forearm.
But it's through her bone?
You have two bones.
So is it, you saying it's going in between?
It could be straight through, yeah.
Well, that's pretty bad.
It's really bad.
Yeah, so we made it through the first trial.
Let's go.
And next week, my dark erotica girls.
Oh.
My girls who like a little pain. My girls who like a bad man. My girls who like a mean man. Well, we're getting fed.
Talking about me, lass.
No. You stay at the bottom of the pit.
Ooh.
Who do you ship him with?
With the worm?
Yeah.
The worm and maybe the bogue. The worm and the bogue.
Interesting.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, we don't know what it looks like, but
like not the puka.
We also don't know what the puka looks like.
The puka could be anything.
But the puka could be anything. So if puka could turn into a giant. Okay, see this. The puka could become basically like a big dirt vagina opening.
Oh shit!
And the worm could be like fucking the puka right into it. Okay.
Brilliant.
That's
actually.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Because the puka would show up and be like, what is it you want most? Yeah. Might it be something like this? And then it would be like the vagina.
Oh my God.
And what does the worm say?
Oh, I haven't seen a earth pussy looking like that since my early days.
This is what you want most in the world, right?
And then wait, another puka shows up behind doing the same, and then the worm's going back and forth.
Whoa, threesome.
Fucking the earth pussy. Yeah. Puka worm puka.
PWP. Which actually was a thing in the fanfiction world of LiveJournal. I don't think anybody uses this terminology anymore, but it used to be porn without plot.
That's certainly what we're talking about.
PWP,
right? Yeah.
Those were the only fanfics I read and that I still tend to read. PWP, unless it's PBW, because like are the pukas rubbing the pussies together?
Absolutely. At the end, yeah, he's fully immersed in both, just kind of like
but
rocking.
Wait, what would the worm say when they go, oh, we want to touch puka to puka, and they're doing PP.
Yeah.
What does he say?
What is he saying when he's inside?
No, he's not inside. He's watching.
Oh, I thought he's all the way in, like embedded, and the pukas are just touching up against each other. The puka earth pussies.
Some smothering play here.
Well, he's a worm. He loves getting smothered by the earth. Okay. Like, oh, fuck yeah. Oh, God. I couldn't get deeper in this puka pussy, you know? Yes. Yeah.
Truly, I don't think I'm, like, exaggerating when I say this podcast is full of original thoughts. You guys have never heard this before, and you never will, and if you search the entirety of the internet, we've said it first.
100%.
Like on a lot of things.
Puka worm, puka like intercourse has never been discussed.
Yes, never.
We are the first, every damn episode we'd be bringing you
something
fresh, hard-hitting ideas that, like, literally would make Sarah afraid.
We're her personal boat.
She's
like,
yeah.
I can't look. I gotta run away.
The scariest thing she could think of is this podcast. So remember to like the video, follow and subscribe if
nothing,
you
come
could.
on. Tell me, we have served you delicious foods. Now is the time.
You gotta eat up.
Subscribe. Help us out. Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Let's give us the rating.
5 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. High Lord. 6,
Tell
7.
your-
High Lord. No queen.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5. High Lord. 6, 7. High Lord. No queen. Yeah, help us out.
Please.
We are putting. Look what we've done to our boy. Look what he's done for you.
My mustache is pink. Like, I don't think this shit's ever coming out.
Okay, thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah.
Can't wait to discuss all of the badness next
time,
episode.
yeah. Wyrm out.
See you next time.